Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I am the Grand Cat, and it's time for the Grand Cat's Christmas countdown of the top 25 wrestlers, and today we are finally into the top 10. That means you only have 9 days until Christmas. Don't think you've got 10 days, you have 1 day less, because number 1 is going to go up on Christmas Day, and number 10 is going to be, it is not going to begin with an I, it is going to begin with an H, and this is a very controversial one, but number 10 is the Hulkster, the big Hulkster himself, Hulk Hogan. Now, he's been very polarising in recent times, but we have to try. We can't overlook it. He said some horrible things, and that can't be denied, but equally, he did a lot for the company. He did a lot for wrestling in general, and for a good while, he was seen as the guy. He was the guy that brought wrestling to television for all intents and purposes. Now, was there better people at the time? Possibly. But was Hogan still good? I think so. Would he ever be able to do the stuff that Finn Balor can do? No, not a chance. But that wasn't what Hulk Hogan was. Hulk Hogan was an entertainer. His whole idea was to get pumped up, get the crowd pumped up, put on a big powerful promo, and get all those little Hulksters all behind him, throw out all the catchphrases, get all the merch, get all the money in. That's what Hulk Hogan really was all about, just being the main event guy. And yes, there are certainly people that are better wrestlers than him. There is probably people that can do better promos than him. But Hulk Hogan still did an incredible amount for the industry. Just look at, the first 6 WrestleManias. The thing is, a big Hulkster always had to get his nose stuck in somewhere, even to the point of ruining himself. He needs to be part of the main event. I can specifically think of the WrestleMania that it was Yokozuna versus Bret Hart for the championship, and the winner of that match was Hulk Hogan, who wasn't even part of it. Yokozuna won, and then immediately Yokozuna puts the title up against the big Hulkster, and the belt is put on Hogan, which no one liked. No one was a great fan of that. And there have been better people. I admit that. I can see that, But I cannot deny the icon that was the Hulkster, especially if you grew up anywhere around that time. Hulk Hogan was a bigger name than WWF. People knew who Hulk Hogan was and didn't know what World Wrestling Federation was. That's how huge he was. He really was a megastar. And then he made a lot of terrible decisions. Now, I think at WrestleMania, before WrestleMania 1, the reason that he had been made the main guy was because he was huge. And even the name Hulk Hogan, he was supposed to be Irish, as Hogan, as an Irish name. But Hulkster said that his hair was supposed to be dyed green, I think. But Hulkster said that he was already losing his hair and he wanted to keep the blonde hair. He said, "Can I just be an Irish American?" Which Vince McMahon agreed to, and then they ended up dropping the Irish part altogether. In fact, the way that he got the name Hulk Hogan was because he was on an interview show with Lou, not Lou Albano, not Lou Thez. It was Lou, I've forgotten his name, but he was the bodybuilder that played the Hulk on the TV show, and the Marvel TV show of the Hulk. Lou Ferrigno, that was his name. And apparently Hulk Hogan was, back then it was just Hogan, was bigger than Lou, and someone, either the interviewer or someone in the newspapers said, this guy was bigger than the Hulk, and it's and they started originally calling him the Incredible Hulk Hogan, and then they had to drop the Incredible part because they actually had to pay Marvel money, and I think they still continue to pay Marvel money, but like Marvel wasn't too happy at them at the WWF stealing the idea of the Incredible Hulk for the big Hulkster. So that was some interesting thing. But I mean, the thing is, Hulkamania had already started running wild at that point, so they couldn't drop the name Hulk, but they could drop the Incredible. And that is where he came Hulk Hogan. And that is a little bit of information there. Another thing is it was Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, that told the Hulkster to start wearing yellow and red. And the Hulkster didn't understand it. He was like, why? Like, those are garish colours, you know. And up to this point, the Hulkster had been wearing blue or white or, you know, that kind of colour. And it was Jimmy Hart that said, if you wear yellow and red, those are the colours of McDonald's. It'll be very, very recognisable across all of America. And he went for it, and then you had the iconic look of the Hulkster, the yellow and red, which is what he wore basically throughout the majority of his headlining career. And then it was only when he went to WCW that he started going into Hollywood Hulk Hogan, and even that took a little while. He didn't just show up in WCW and was immediately the third member of the NWO. He was there for a little while, facing the Dungeon of Doom, which was terrible. Oh, it was crap. It was so trash. Hulk Hogan has had some terrible, terrible matches and some terrible, terrible gimmicks. But, I mean, to this day, you know, he's still regarded as one of the big legends. But, I mean, he's number 10 on the list, but there's 9 people better than him. And if you want to see who those 9 wrestlers are, those 9 players, those 9 wrestlers are, then do make sure that you have liked, shared, and subscribed. And if you are subscribed, you click that notification icon so you can see when the next video goes up tomorrow. And we will see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.